John Mateer needs to do to have success against Michigan. I got 3 keys for Mateer to accomplish and to lean into to have success against Michigan. Then we're going to talk about Michigan's defense and what I would do if I was a DC going up against John Mateer. And obviously I'm not, and thank goodness I'm not, because I would get wrecked. But we'll talk about it anyways, what Michigan's defense can potentially do to stop John Mateer. So if I'm Mateer, I know you had a big game against an FCS team last weekend. That's great, fantastic. The question going in is, can you do this against top defenses? That was the question all offseason, and now you have the opportunity to prove it. So if I'm Mateer, I want to lean into my strengths based off of what we showed last year. So strength number 1, my athleticism. I want to lean into my athleticism. I want to demonstrate the ability to run the ball and to make plays, whether the plays break down or whether it's by design against Michigan's defense, right? So Mateer had 149 attempts last year. Only 46 were scrambles. So scramble runs do happen, but he scrambles to pass. He wants to scramble to open up the pass, right? So I want to utilize my athleticism. He's going to bring more creativity to this offense. I think we may show it, or maybe demonstrate a bit more against Michigan here. Again, he had over 1,000 yards on the ground, not including sacks last year. So lean into my strength. Key number 1 for Mateer against Michigan, lean into my athleticism. Key number 2, the deep ball ability. We talked about this all offseason. Mateer had 25 completions of the ball was thrown 20 or more yards down. If you had last year, Arnold and Hawkins had a combined 8, I believe. So you want to lean into that. You want to do it off of several different ways. Number 1, do it by design, right? Whether it's off play action, straight drop back, do it by design. Number 2, it kind of goes hand in hand with the first key. When the play breaks down, he has the ability to push the ball downfield from a scrambling component of things, right? So that's key number 2, deep ball ability that can hopefully open up the offense, hopefully open up underneath throws against Michigan. And the last key, the third key, and again, there's more keys than this, but these are our main keys. The third key, being able to adapt what the defense throws at you. So when we talk about Michigan's defense here in a second, I think Michigan is going to try to confuse you, right? So be able to adapt what the defense throws at you. He did a really good job of that last year against the blitz and when the defense dropped 7 or 8. So last year he had 15 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions when the defense dropped 7 or 8 defenders. So whenever he had 7 or 8 guys he had to throw against, no pressure. He was also had 14 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 8.7 yards per attempt in the defense blitz. So very similar numbers, very similar TD to interception ratio, very similar yards per attempt. He had success against a variation of defenses last year, and we'll need to continue to do this against Michigan. This might be the most important key. I think he's going to make some plays. He's probably going to hit on a few deep balls, or at least have those attempts. But I think if he can adapt to what the defense throws at him, take care of the ball is an obvious key that you can say for every quarterback. But if he can adapt to what the defense throws at him, I think Mateer can have some, more than some, he can have success. And hopefully, if you're an OU fan, lead OU to a victory against Michigan this weekend. So let's talk about Michigan's defense real quick. Let's talk about, if I'm Michigan's defense, what I would do to potentially stop John Mateer. And if you're an OU fan, let us know your thoughts here in the comments below as well. So last week against New Mexico. Again, it's New Mexico. Take it with a grain of salt, but they did have success last week, right? 3 interceptions, only giving up 4.5 yards per attempt through the air. They had 3 sacks, 9 tackles for loss. Again, it was New Mexico. New Mexico found some funky ways to get 17 points on the board, but overall, Michigan's defense didn't give up any big plays. They had several turnovers, and they kept the ball in front with a lot of tackles for loss. So they did what they were supposed to do against New Mexico. Congrats, right? So how will they defend Mateer? How will they try to take away his athleticism? How will they try to take away his deep ball ability? Well, I think they're going to try to confuse him. They're going to try to mix it up. They're going to trust. I think if you're Michigan's defense, if I'm the DC, I'm trusting Mateer hasn't seen speed like we have. I'm trusting that Mateer hasn't seen the ability for defense to disguise like we have. So my main key in trying to stop Mateer be pre-snap to post-snap confusion. I'm going to try to force him to take checkdowns time and time again, trying to confuse him, trying to get him to take checkdowns, and hopefully he gets impatient, and hopefully he pushes the ball downfield and he's not supposed to, and hopefully I can make some turnovers. Right, hopefully I can make an interception or 2 if I'm Michigan's defense. I'm basically going to make John Mateer prove to me that he is that good. And if you're an OU fan, and if you believe in Mateer's ability, if you're John Mateer and you believe in your ability, which you do, you're like, bet, game on. Make me prove it to you, and I will. I'll push the ball downfield, I'll showcase my athleticism, and I'll adapt to whatever defense you throw at me. So if you're an OU fan or SEC fan or just a college football fan in general, let us know your thoughts about Mateer. What do you think Mateer needs to do in order to have success against Michigan's defense. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Again, we only have 3 keys from a tier. We could talk a lot more, but we have other games to get into. So again, let us know your thoughts in the comments below.